Attention students, this will be on the test.
Trash TV. Created, written, performed, upholstered, stir-fried, refried, rebuilt, retooled, and body slammed by Steve Trash and the Trash Team.
Come here. Garbage is a natural resource. Natural resources are valuable. Look at this. See, this is paper. Sometimes paper is considered garbage. But you gotta remember, garbage is always a natural resource. And natural resources are valuable. Hi, welcome to Trash TV. I'm Steve Trash. You know what? For years, I've been fascinated by garbage. Stuff like this. I love garbage. I've loved garbage since I was a kid. In fact, I used to walk around my neighborhood and actually collect garbage. Now, having spent so much time dealing with other people's garbage, I've actually learned some interesting lessons. You might call them ecological lessons. And I'd like to share these lessons with you. First of all, you and I are related. Scary, huh? Well, we are, though, really. No, really. Listen. You and I are related to each other through this thing we call the web of life. Here, check it out. Come on. You see, this is a model of the web of life. People are one strand in the overall web. So is the air, so are the plants and the trees and the animals. Each one of these individual strands are connected to several other strands in the overall web. Therefore, you and I are related to the web of life. We're related to each other through the web of life. In fact, you are here. You're a part of the web of life. Problem, of course, is if we create too much garbage, we actually clip one of the strands of the web of life. Clipping one of the strands of the web of life affects all of the other strands of the web of life. You see, Americans, in fact, people the world over create too much garbage. Americans create 1,200 pounds of garbage per person every year. That's 1,200 pounds of garbage every year. Every 3 months, we throw away enough aluminum to rebuild our entire commercial air fleet. That's all of the planes in the whole United States. And you know what one of the largest man-made monuments in the world is? Do you know? Well, it's the Fresh Kills landfill in Staten Island, New York. Now there's something for civilization to be proud of. See, garbage creates 3 problems. The first problem is it wastes natural resources. The second problem, it wastes valuable real estate. And the third problem, it pollutes the environment. When we create too much garbage, it in turn creates 3 problems. Dental floss. It first of all wastes valuable resources. It second of all wastes valuable real estate. And third, it pollutes the environment. Dental floss. So it creates 3 problems. 1, 2, and 3. Now the cool thing is, there are actually magic words for making all of your garbage disappear. Those magic words are reduce, reuse, and recycle. You have to reduce the amount of garbage you produce in the first place, reuse what you can, and then recycle everything that's left over. Check it out. I'll show you how it works. You reduce, reuse, and recycle. Put the 3 together. You actually restore. That should stick on there. See? Magically restored. Oh, you're not buying it, huh? All right. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Pretty cool, huh? I had a question for you. How do you reduce the amount of garbage that you produce?
Well, I buy it
Very
in large
cleverly said. Very cleverly said.
I buy it in large quantities.
Oh, you buy garbage in large quantities?
No, I buy the merchandise.
Oh, I see. You buy things. Right, you buy things in bulk.
Yeah.
Excellent way to reduce the amount of garbage you produce. So, what do you do to reduce the amount of garbage you produce?
I buy things in very small quantities.
In very small quantities?
I mean, like concentrate things.
Oh, concentrated things. So, actually, you buy the concentrates and then you add the water to them. All right. Oh, that's a great way to reduce the amount of garbage you produce, because concentrates come in a small container. Then you, of course, don't pay for the water, and you don't throw away nearly as much junk. Check it out. So, what do you do to reduce the amount of garbage that you produce?
And I reuse milk jugs and juice jugs that you've already bought. You reuse them in order to make.
Excellent. Good for you. That's very, very good. See, we have this whole thing we call, well, it's planned obsolescence. All right, you buy something, and it's planned to be broken down or planned to be thrown away. That's not necessarily the best way to do things, as this young lady attests. Don't read as much. All right. Does anybody else have another clever one? Yes, lady right there.
Use cloth diapers instead of disposables.
Oh, that's an excellent idea.
Ooh.
In fact, if you live in a region of the country that has plenty of water, that's an excellent idea. You have to question that, though, if you live in an arid area, because it might be better actually to use disposable disposable diapers. It's never a good idea to use disposable batteries. I'll show you my rechargeable ones. Come on. See, this is actually my solar battery recharger. Cool, huh? Look at that. Rechargeable. Keep it in my truck, fires up all my batteries. Guys, got one right over there.
Instead of buying disposable cups, use a mug.
There you go. That's an excellent one. Way to go. Yeah, there was much rejoicing. Yay. What do you recycle? Tell me what you recycle.
Newspaper and sacks. Any kind of paper that's recyclable. I know a good way. With the triangle with one or two on the bottom.
The plastic, that's right, with ones or twos. Exactly, and paper is a very important thing to recycle, because did you know that we build a wall 12 feet tall? Just in 1 year, we build a wall that's 12 feet tall, made of paper, from New York City to Los Angeles, California. And that's a lot of paper that we throw away. And almost all of that paper could actually be recycled. Okay, so we're messing with the web of life by creating too much garbage. What's the big deal? Well, the big deal is there, Captain Planet. It's our web of life, yours and mine. Still don't get it, huh? All right. Imagine that the Earth is like a spaceship, and it's shooting through the universe at 1,000,000,000 miles an hour. Ah! 1,000,000,000 miles an hour is really fast. Okay, this spaceship has a self-regulated, ultra-complicated, state-of-the-art Series 2000 life support system. And we're on board, messing with the buttons. Hey, wake up. This isn't a game. So what is the answer? Well, first, stop messing with the buttons. You see, the key to saving the Earth's web of life is in understanding how it works. We have an excellent understanding of how to control the natural world, but we have a lousy understanding of the natural world's interconnectedness. So, we've built an entire civilization on an incomplete view of the natural world. You see, it wasn't wrong, it just wasn't the whole picture. You see, our ancestors had no idea how interconnected life really is on Earth. They really believed that they could do just about anything to the air, the earth, and the water, and it would basically fix itself.
This just in. A spokesperson for the human race says that it is imprudent at this juncture for them to even consider getting back in the web of life talks being held at the United Biosphere Center in New York. The humans indicated that they were much too busy taking care of domestic and foreign affairs to be bothered by such trivial matters. This following the announcement yesterday by Mother Nature that they are just being childish, and it's starting to piss her off. More news later.
With the birth of the conservation movement in the 1920s, a newfound interest in the science of ecology sprang up. Ecologists began to collect scientific data that proved what the Native Americans had been saying for a long time, that a lot of the stuff that we're doing to the planet is actually destroying our life support system. People started to reevaluate the way that they had been relating to Mother Nature. We began to reduce, reuse, recycle our garbage, to conserve energy, to take mass transportation, to use alternative fuels, and to even consume less stuff. and a lot of progress has been made, but we're still beating the heck out of the planet. And it's because not enough people really understand how interconnected everything on the Earth is. Somewhere in the recent past, we took a wrong turn, and we ended up on a road to disaster.
Enter, if you will, a world of stupidity, ignorance, and greed. The players in this macabre drama aren't even aware that they're participating. In fact, the players in this drama might even include yourself if you've stepped into the Igmo Zone.
Sometimes, as actors in life's drama, we end up on a road we never intended to be on. Still, other times, we were completely unaware we had a choice in the first place. Yet other times, by grace, we're given an opportunity to change the road we're on before it's too late.
Picture yourself smoking down a deserted highway. You're riding in a Jeep. You've got your main squeeze by your side. The top is down. On the Jeep, not your squeeze. You've got the pedal to the metal, and life is good. Suddenly, on the horizon, you see a road sign, but it's mysterious, strange, and unreadable. You can't seem to even make out what it says. So you do the only intelligent thing you can think of. You ignore it. Unsettled by this sudden apparition, your mind begins to wonder, where did that sign come from? What did it mean? Which Van Halen is better? You reach down and crank up the tunes. REM singing about the end of the world as you know it. Man, you love that song. Abruptly, your babe leans over and yells, "Hey, what did that sign say?" Sign? What sign? You haven't got a clue. You were messing with the radio. Now it's getting weird. In the distance, you see an oncoming motorist. He's waving and yelling out the window. You admire his friendly nature. You wave back. Your eyes now glance casually back onto the road. Now, just 50 yards ahead of you is a dead-end sign. This is the road to disaster. Why didn't anyone tell you? Why didn't you see the early warning signs? And how can that guy narrating be so calm when you're about to drive off the road? So what do? Panic? Swerve recklessly off the road and plummet to your death? Or do you slow down, pull over, turn around, and look for a new road? Or ignore the warning signs, plow through the barrier, and kiss your happy little butt goodbye.
So somehow, you and I ended up on this environmental highway. But there's still time to choose option number 2. See, the important thing to remember is you and I are related through the web of life. We're related to the air and the earth and the water and the plants and the trees. All of this stuff is interconnected and interrelated. I'm not exactly sure why, but you and I have been given dominion over the planet. Remember though, dominion doesn't mean domination. It means to be responsible for. It is our responsibility to take care of the planet. Now that's a big responsibility, but we're born with the power to make a difference. You and I have that power. All we have to do is realize that we have that power. We take that power and we go out and we make a difference.
Wave to your mama. A kiss us goodbye. Bye-bye. Why don't you ask her? Why don't she cry? Under. I count my days, I'm a man in a religious plunder.